better career, Trae Young or LaMelo Ball?
Skip, I'm gonna go Ice Trae. He just went basically 28 and 10. He was sixth in points, third in the assists in the NBA. He led the league in total points and total assists. The last guy to do that was Tiny Archibald. He's asked to do everything for the Hawks, Skip. He's fourth in usage behind Embiid, Luka, and Giannis. He's 25 and 9 for a career. I was a lot higher on Trae coming out of college than you were. He led the nation in scoring and assists. And I said, Skip, even if he doesn't average 27, those assists, even if you average 18 and 10 assists, that's a heck of a career. He's giving you basically 25 and 9. So for me, I'm gonna go him, and we saw him in the playoffs on the biggest stage already, this young in his career. He took his team to the Eastern Conference Finals where he averaged 29, 9.5 for the playoffs. So I've seen enough. I don't believe Melo will be able to score the basketball quite like Trae. I think he can facilitate like he can. I know he's a better rebounder just on size alone, Skip. And so with that being said, and Melo doesn't get to the free throw line as much as Trae. Ice Trae gets to the line 7 times a game, Melo only 3 times a game. So I'm going to say right now, I'm going to say I believe Trae. I believe Trae will have a slightly better career than Melo.
Okay. I carefully watched Trae Young at the University of Oklahoma because I'm a fan. So just like I watched Austin Reeves, I knew Trae Young before you did.
Yeah.
And the problem with Trae Young is one that he cannot fix. They list him at 6'1". I don't think he's
about
more
6
than,
foot.
Maybe. I might give you 6. I think I'm better off at 5'11". And I honor that, but I also dock that because it's just hard to overcome.
Right.
You call him Ice Trae, I call him Ice Trae. He's a small man who does big things. And I give you big things, and I congratulate him. He worked hard on his three-point shooting this year because it used to be Luka disaster shooting.
Yeah, he's up to 38%.
And he got it all the way up to 38. He is still highly capable of giving you a 2 for 12 on any given night.
Right.
He's not deadly from 3 the way he needs to be deadly from 3, but it's way better than it used to be. So I give you all that. But now we get down to what's the other kid? And he is a kid because he's about 3 years younger than Trae is.
Yes.
And LaMelo is, I don't even know if he's stopped growing yet, but he is a full 6 feet 7 inches tall.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go on sheer height. I'm going to give him a slight edge, but this is a tough call and a close call because they are both very good passers, bordering on great, both of them. LaMelo has a little more whipped cream to his game.
He has more flair to his game.
Yeah, just a little more flair.
It's the passing game now.
He creates, in the passing game, he creates things where you say, that's like Pete Maravich, or, you know, I'm going way back, but this is Magic Johnson or whoever. It's got real charisma to it, where it's must-see, man, because you don't know on any given possession, especially if he gets going downhill on the fast break, some wild stuff can happen, and it's good stuff because he is flat out gifted with an ability that his 2 other brothers do not have.
No.
Okay, so because of that, then we look at the defensive end. Trae can obviously be at 5'11" or 6 feet. He can be a little bit of a liability on the defensive end. The other kid is not a liability because he'll get you 2 steals a game. That tied for 6th in the league with Marcus Smart, who could be the defensive player of the year. So that's impressive to me because his knack, his flair for passing the basketball also is manifested in his ability to just swipe the basketball because he swipes it, man, and he can go with it. So he's going to be high steals. I think at some point he's only 20 years of age. He'll lead the league in steals. So I like that on the defensive end and give him a slight edge there. And he's a little better three-point shooter than Trae is, and I think that will continue. I think he'll be slightly more trustable from 3. And I also see him take and make big shots. Trae can, too. I mean, Trae at Madison Square Garden just says, give me the ball and get out of my way, right? Okay, so in the end, I'm just going to go 6'7" over about 6 feet. and that's the bottom line is it's a tall man's sport. And he's just a much taller man, which will also contribute to rebound. He could get you 10 boards a game.
Yeah. He's more apt to have a triple-double than Trae Young. But as far as scoring and facilitating, Skip, I don't believe he'll ever be able to be the scorer that Trae is. Because we've seen, Skip, we've seen him go get 50. We've seen him get the 40s and the high 30s at the blink of an eye. And his handle with the ball, because you got to handle the ball to be able to get that shot off. Because, Skip, he's dancing on guys, and he up fakes him, and the next thing you know, he's getting the floater. He got that James Harden floater to the basket good also. But like you said, he's increased his three-point percentage to 38. So you have to honor him out there, Skip. You got to come up on him. You just can't let him shoot that. He's not a Ja, and even Ja's made guys pay for leaving him uncontested at the three-point line. You got to challenge Trae there. But he has the handles to get all the way to the rim or get to the float game on you. So for me, I just believe offensively, he'll be a little better. Now, you mentioned he's 6'7", and so the guy can play lanes better than a 5'11", 6-foot guy.
Yep.
But Trae's offensive bag, the 25-9 for a career through 4 seasons, I don't think we've given him enough credit. I think because of Luka, they came out and they were swapped for each other, Skip. I think they ended up in the perfect spot.
Yeah.
I think Trae needed to be in Atlanta.
He did.
And Luka needed to be in
it's a fit.
Yes.
It works.
Yes.
Okay.
And Luka needed to be in Dallas.
All right. Here's my bottom line to LaMelo. He's only 20 years of age. So far, what irritates me to the point of frustrates me when I watch him, he honors his elders to a fault.
Right.
He defers like crazy to Gordon Hayward. No, you're better than he is. You do it. Just take over. But he's 20 years of age.
Right.
He's just finishing his second year.
Right.
Well, Trae's 4 years in, and that's a big leap, man, of experience and sort of earned confidence where you've earned your way and your station in life, and you know, I'm this guy and I can do this. Well, LaMelo's still trying to figure it all out. And sometimes he's too good a kid because, you know what, LeVar and Mrs. LeVar, they raised good kids.
They did.
They did, all three of them. They're just good, they're solid kids. And LaMelo, my only issue is he going to have that fire in his belly? Because he's deferring it. He's swallowing the fire in his belly for the sake of his elders on the team so far.
Well, you're probably going to have to, if you want him to take over, you're probably going to have to move Rozier. And because, they got Devontae Graham, he's with the Pelicans now.
Yep.
So if you want him to run the offense, Skip, you're going to have to, give him the ball and get the other ball handlers off the team.
Yep.
If that's what you want to transpire.
Okay. All right. So in the end, when he grows up and takes this team over, I think you're going to see a totally different LaMelo who will be a closer. The other kid, Trae, he's got guts, man, because he's like completely fearless.
Yeah, he's going to take it.
He walked in the door in Atlanta and said, "This is my team."
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Watch me, because my usage rate's going to be high and my shots are going to be high. I'm just going to take a bunch of shots.
Right.
I'm going to control the game for better or for worse.
Right.
LaMelo hasn't seized control yet.
Right.
So when he does, I think you're going to see a different LaMelo.
You believe Melo will be able to score the ball like Trae?
No, I agree with that. I'm talking about impacting the scoreboard across the board in every way, shape, or form, where you control the flow of the basketball game at 6 feet 7 inches tall. He can do that.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
It's going to be a fun one to watch tonight, either way.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.